Hey everyone. So a few months ago, I shared with you guys a video where I shared to you my thoughts on medications in terms of treatment for depression. So as a therapist, I don't always necessarily, or I don't always focus on medication when I talk to my clients about treating depression. Although that's also important depending on the condition and depending on the client. But I also want to make sure that I teach my clients specific tools or coping skills that they can utilize and use, wherever they may be, and whenever they feel they're starting to feel depressed. So one of the things that I started really working on with a lot of my clients is teaching them mindfulness. Mindfulness is something that I really built a lot of interest and curiosity about, and I have found very helpful for a lot of my clients. So when thinking about mindfulness, people may think it's all about meditation, which is not necessarily the case. So I've been trying to look for a good definition for mindfulness, and I came upon this website called mindful.org. And they define mindfulness as, and I quote, mindfulness is the basic human ability to be fully present, aware of where we are and what we're doing, and not overly reactive or overwhelmed by what's going on around us. So when we talk about depression, a lot of people with depression have negative thoughts. They have negative views of themselves, of the world, and that can, get really overwhelming. A lot of them ruminate, so they keep thinking of, a negative, event or a past situation that was not, that was not happy, that was very hurtful, very upsetting, and they focus a lot. Their focus is right there on those things, and it's really not helpful for a lot of them to be stuck in this kind of thinking. So the idea of mindfulness is to reshift the focus of a lot of people with depression to the present, for them to be to stay in the moment and focusing on positive things. So this is where different kinds of exercises and interventions under mindfulness can be helpful for a lot of clients. So like I said, I've taken a lot of interest when it comes to mindfulness as a way for me to help clients develop develop coping skills that they can utilize and use, whenever they feel depressed, wherever they may be, at home, at work, and different kinds of situations. So I came upon, and I love to read and do my research. So I came upon this book. It's called The Mindfulness Toolbox. This is by Donald Altman, and this is a good book that has a lot of tips, tools, and handouts for different kinds of mental health issues like anxiety and depression. So there are 3 things here that I've started to share with my clients, things that they can do during session and also at home, and these are things I'd like to share with you that may be helpful for you if you're going through depression, or if even if you know of someone, and I think this could be very helpful for them, and that you can share to them. So the first thing that I want to share is about gratitude. So gratitude research has shown that first of all, it's an evidence-based practice that can help people with mild to moderate depression. And studies have shown that when people keep a journal, and by the way, writing or journaling is one of the things I always promote, and I always encourage a lot of my clients with depression to do. So when you're focused on things that you're thankful for, that you're grateful for, these are usually things that are positive. So if you're able to focus on these things, I think it will be very helpful. So the book talks about 2 kinds of gratitude. There's basic daily gratitude. So these are things like a roof over your head, sunlight, food to eat, smiling, things like that. Then there's also paradoxical gratitude. So that is about finding gratitude in circumstances that you would rather not have in your life, essentially. So things that you find dissatisfaction or that you're not happy about. So for example, let's say a breakup, a previous relationship. So that can be upsetting. It can be very sad. But if you can focus on the things that you are grateful for that experience, for example, you learn a lot about yourself during that relationship, or if the breakup was amicable, you gained a friend, or because of the breakup, you now know about the things that you're looking for in a relationship. So things like that. So that's paradoxical gratitude. So the idea for this exercise is that every day, whether on your phone, on a journal or notebook or something, that you write maybe 1 to 3 things that you're grateful for that particular day, and you do this every day. And in addition to writing them, you can also share your gratitude to people. So with friends or family members, you can share what you're grateful for during that day. Maybe you can ask them also what they're grateful for that particular day. The next one is called the GLAD technique. So it's GLAD. And that stands for G is something that you're grateful for. L is something you learned. A is something you accomplished. And D is something of delight. So something that maybe made you smile, or you found joy in that particular day. So again, doing this on a daily basis can be very helpful. The book even suggests if it's too much, maybe doing it on a weekly basis as well. And I've started doing this for my clients. A lot of my clients I see every week. So we always either end or begin the session by me asking them, okay, so what are the things that you're grateful for the day or for the week? Something that you learned, something you achieved, and something that you found delight, or something that made you smile or happy for that particular day or for that particular week. And the last one is an exercise called Here and Now Pleasantness. So the idea of this exercise is for you to sit down in a peaceful place or calm place, quiet place, like the therapy room or your bedroom or anywhere that's peaceful. And when you are in that particular space, obviously you have to make sure that you're sitting down maybe, or even laying down, and you're breathing properly, breathing normally. And breathing is important, by the way. And then you look around the room and find one item that is pleasant or pleasing to the senses, and you focus on that particular item. And then you ask yourselves, what is exactly what I like about this item or object? Is it the shape, the size, the color? Does it remind me of a pleasant or happy memory? Things like that. So you focus on that particular item and focus on the things that is pleasant about that. And then after that, you shift your focus on another item in that particular room, and so on and so forth. And you do this, for a few minutes, or depending on how much time you have. But again, the idea here is to focusing on something that's pleasant and positive in the room, and that helps you focus on the present, on the now. And that's important for a lot of people with depression, is to be able to reshift their focus from negativity, something that's negative thoughts and things like that, to something more positive. So I hope this was very helpful for all of you. Again, I think mindfulness is a very useful tool, and that a lot of people with depression can find very helpful. Again, I'm a big advocate for it, and I hope that you all can maybe look more into it, and maybe that you can find very helpful in the future for you or for someone else that who's going through depression. All right, so that's it for today. I hope you found this video very helpful. If you have any questions or have any comments, please feel free to put a comment down here, or you can email me. My email is lloyd@lloydfider.com, and you can also check out my website, lloydfider.com. ketamine talk right now. Anyway, that's it for today. And again, this is Lloyd, and I wish you all to have a happy mental health day. Bye for now.